All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to This Week in Base Hit. I am Zubaz, joined by Citizen Clone. Clone, how's your week?
It's good, man. And it's gonna be great because this will be the best podcast ever because you pulled out Dodger hat and gave me a reason to put on my
I'm
chain.
trying to support you. I'm trying to support you because I'm a friend and that you're a Dodgers fan, and I just want to show you some love because I know, and this is going to be the fun fact of the week. In 2010, across all of Major League Baseball, they used 635 humans as pitchers the entire season, across the entire league. 635 guys threw a ball in the major leagues as a pitcher. So far, it's the end of May, and Major League Baseball has just used 635 pitchers.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And so I was thinking
Unbelievable.
about it with the Dodgers because the Dodgers have had the most starting pitchers this year. They just made a trade for I think a relief pitcher, right?
Edwin Diaz's brother?
Is he really his brother?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh. So I
He
think I'd
has roughed
honor
him
the
up.
Dodgers because despite the fact that they have a shockingly great team, great enormous payroll, they're suffering just like anybody else, and maybe even worse when it comes to pitching. So, what say you about the pitchers?
First of all, can we go back to the Jinx for a second? Because all the fucking articles, you're gonna make me get angry here. All the articles before the season, Dodgers gonna win 130 games, the greatest rotation ever. I knew that was stupid when they were saying it,
Yeah, yeah.
and of course, yeah, they have.
They've started how many
Last I checked, they
starters?
had 14 pitchers that
Start a
just
game.
pitchers that were hurt. No, 14
Oh,
pitchers that are hurt.
I think they've had 14 starters too. 13 or 14.
I think they've had more than that. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, they've definitely like I looked back and they've
I mean, the
definitely
Brewers have had 12.
yeah.
So,
Um,
I'm
it's
sorry, go ahead. You look back
no,
and
no,
what?
no, no. You got me riled up. Crazy amount of injuries, and then you know the relievers pitch a ton, then they're worn out, then it all spirals. And
It's
there was
bad.
one I told you about. They called up Bobby Miller last week for one day, sent him back down.
And he
Uh,
pitched great, right?
no, he pitched terrible,
Oh, he
and
pitched terrible. Oh,
I felt bad
sorry.
for him. They
Yeah.
signed some random guy whose stats were crap, and I was reading about it on the boards of like, why did we sign this guy? And everybody was like, he's just a sack of meat that they just need somebody, they just need a body to throw innings at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's crazy. I know that people are not gonna shed too many tears for the Dodgers, but it's interesting to see my baseball, and they this is the third year in a row that they, I think, have led the league in pitcher injuries. And I don't know. I'd be curious to see.
It's amazing. Like their front office is widely thought of as the best front office in baseball. They have an amazing analytics team. They have the most people in analytics in baseball. They have the biggest farm team, and like they have the most scouts at farm. Like they have everything. But they're somehow their conditioning team just keeps failing them.
Well,
Right?
that's a
Can
question.
I lay it at the feet of them?
I heard somebody doing that. That seems weird. I mean,
It might be wrong. I don't know.
I heard somebody blaming them, and
I have literally
seems
no
like bad luck.
idea, to be
Seems
clear.
like bad luck. People
But
get
it's
injured
happened three
before.
years in a row.
I mean, they throw gas. I don't know. We'll see. It could be. I don't know anything about. I just assume when they're putting the amount of money that they put in there, that they would care about their investments, that they would have the top minds going
Yeah,
there. And so I'm hesitant to blame
3 years in a row.
conditioning folks, but who knows? Who
3 years
knows?
in a row. It's a trend. There's something up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe they're
I
too good
mean,
at conditioning.
this is just the way pitchers are, though. I mean, figure it out. Throw,
635
throw
pitchers.
like throw like it's your last inning every inning,
No,
and you're
but
gonna burn yourself out.
think about this mathematically. Like just round numbers. Let's just take 30 into 600, right? That's 20. And it's more than that. So like it's really 21 pitchers per team have played. Uh, with 11, 12, 13 spots, depending on how you condition your roster. That's nuts. That's like
Crazy.
the 40% have, and some of it is AAA shuffling and things like that, but most of that is predicated on people getting hurt. It's wild. The Brewers have like 8 pitchers on IL on their 40-man roster.
Um,
It's crazy. The Brewers started with 3 of their starting pitchers on the IL. Like the plan for the season, 3 of them couldn't even start the season.
yeah, yeah.
Aaron Savali, Brandon Woodruff, Tobias Myers.
An
It's
alarm set
just
off
rough.
to
And then they
move on
got
past
Nestor
that moment.
Cortez, and he went down after his first start, after he got blown up by the Yankees. And then, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to tell you the Brewers' problems right now because you're not going to feel bad for me. But
And thank you for pouring one out for him though.
yep, yep. Uh,
I
I
did have
love LA. They have the best song in baseball. Like that's the greatest song in baseball. We talked about songs last week, and I forgot to mention I love LA because it's not really a baseball song, but it's been turned into one. And it's the greatest baseball tradition, post game tradition.
All right, let's not
All
make
right.
people talk about the Dodgers anymore. We're on
All right.
contest. This is
This is big. This is
Friday.
big because we're in the finals of the TOC, the last 2 guys, and then we just are come on.
We have
And we're in round 5 of the first game wide
uh
contest. So I'm very excited. So I'm sorry. I'll shut up. You take it.
peek behind the curtain that we have a group meeting at 11 o'clock on Friday,
Eastern.
which just happened Eastern, which just happens to be when I set it up that the last batch of Sims on the toughest cut day happens. So this is the second week in a row that we start the meeting with everybody checking how their teams did,
I,
and
I was first one
you and
out.
I both were like, and
I was first one out.
yeah.
One more win, and I would have pushed Mr. Hamburger. I love you, dude, but you
Mr.
got to
Hammer,
go.
Mr. Hammer. I love the names. But Hardy made it, so good for Hardy. Um, and I think I said so. I If people aren't trying this stuff out, like explore. I love the results reveal that we have. So if you go on your team and if you, it's like CBT said, it's game view sped up. If you don't want the spoilers, you want to see how your team did, you click the check results and it does the little bar to show you how you did. And you can watch it go slowly and see. And if it stops short, then you got cut. It's like the reverse of the Price is Right. We
Yep.
talked about
I
before.
you watched it earlier today, and I knew where you finished, and I was like, I almost wanted to tell you just don't click it. Don't click it. You're
Well,
not going to
he
want to see it because you
uh,
only got halfway into the red.
yeah, and CBT went because he's the one that made it, and he had the highest. He had a crazy run differential, and he watched it on day 2, and he stopped right on the edge, and he
Thought it
said,
was broken.
I don't want to ever look at this again." Anyway, I thought that was funny. Uh, anyway, I'm all revved up
So
because I'm excited.
in the finals of the Tournament of Champions, I mean, this is proof that like despite there being the spectrum of chance out there, that there's definitely a lot of skill because the winner of round 1, the Crimson King, and the winner of round 2, Cristo, are the 2 finalists. They were in the last week and they won out, so they're playing each other starting tonight to see who
Cristo has the chance to be defending
he
He's
could be
trying
a
to defend.
two-time tournament champions in a row winner. That would be nuts.
Uh, I
So
was I was I'm agnostic on who I'm rooting for. Maybe that's not the right word. Uh,
no, that's right. Yeah,
but I
that's
would
fine.
tend towards wanting someone new to win it, I'll just say. But then
They're both good
yesterday,
stories.
yesterday during a conversation about the Jinx and pessimism on Discord, Christo was speaking my language, so now I'm all in.
Oh yeah, you
Wants to
like
win it.
how because he thinks the way you do, where he's like everything in the world is going to go wrong, and then when it goes right, it's just a happy accident.
So it feels like the only logical way to go about it, but who knows? I mean, it pays off. I mean, I'm telling you, I shouldn't say this. I was about to jinx it anyway, but seeing the ghosts around the corner, whatever else. I mean, you and I, seeing the boogeyman. I think you and I supplement each other well. That you talk me down sometimes, but then other times I see it before it happens, and then we adjust
It's
before it
true.
happens,
It's
and it
true.
means that there's not as many things that blow up.
Yeah, we live on opposite spectrums of that because like I'll be too optimistic and excited, and then when it goes bad, like it just crushes me. But in my theory, I think you live more time in misery because the whole lead up you're negative, and then you just get the win, and it's like, But mine is more of a cliff. Like when I fall off, the fall hurts more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
can't
whatever.
these things we can't choose these things. They choose us. I do like I mean it's just been fun. And so that's tournament of champions, but we're in the final first salary cap survivor, which we
Yeah,
found out about this morning too.
first one, first game wide one, and the 11 finalists are in. I'm just gonna shout them out real quick. Carl Fly like
Do it
one.
like jar. Go
What?
fast. Do it
What?
like jar. He likes to gives everybody's name out there.
Yeah, oh yeah,
All
yeah,
letter.
yeah. Yeah, so Carl Fly like one is in the finals. King Rat, good job. Hardy is we mentioned one of the best owners in the game. Drink Slinger is there. KMC Evoy, I'm probably saying that wrong. Sub FLW 47, a guy I'm not super familiar with, but obviously crushing it. Mystery, Orange Cat, Clayton Kershaw, the most, who has done very well, actually, and Mr. Hamburger, who took my spot.
There's a
Um,
bunch of this hamburger's got such a good name. CK had some bad luck in the Tournament of Champions, maybe bad luck, whatever, but he's done well, and then he finally broke through. That was exciting. Uh, King Rat, before we started, had said, "Who's ready to get wrecked?" So I'm enjoying that he made it this far. He
yeah,
called a
yeah. I
shot.
mean,
Uh,
talking trash and then backed it up.
um, there's a lot of good stuff out there,
Yeah,
and
that's
hopefully we'll
good.
get to some of these names more too. But it's a good group. It's a good group, and it doesn't. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Yep,
we're
it's a
seeing
good
we're
group.
seeing names that are showing up. You made it to another. You made it to 3 Thursdays in a row,
Yep.
uh, and which I'm considering to be my goal.
And we both have a round win in one of these tournaments now
It's
because
true.
you won round two of this tournament. So
Um, learn that winning a round does not necessarily mean you're going to do the whole thing.
doesn't mean
But
you're gonna win the next one.
I was trying to. I don't know if you saw, but the only three people that made 3 Thursdays in a row, you, Snowwind, and Christo.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
that's a pretty good
Oh, I'll take
pretty
it.
good batch. Yeah, yeah.
I'll take it.
Um,
I did not realize that. Yeah, that's great.
it's a pretty good batch. Snowwind, wherever he is. I don't know you watched these, but he had made it. We'll see what the streaks are like later, but he's starting out. He made 18 for 18 cuts over 4 tournaments, and this morning was the first time that that got
It
broken.
got him. Yep.
But he's been amazing.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so anyway, really appreciate everybody that's been playing, and the
Can,
next week. Oh, go ahead.
no, I no, but you're going to where I was going to go. I want to put out a warning about next week. So you do your thing and then I'll put out my
Well,
warning.
so you'll get used to the schedule, but I just as the Friday batch of Sims ends is when I'm kind of putting out the information for next week. So I put that out this morning, and then next week's contest is up and ready to go. And you tell me what the warning is.
And we're expecting a bigger group. We're hoping for a bigger group. First one was what, like 109 people?
Let's be 109. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. You're going
Your
negative. There's going
expectations
to
are
be
kind of
like 12 people. Okay, so, but it's gonna be great. And now everybody has a little bit of an idea of what we're doing here. So the second contest, I anticipate the level of competition is going up a notch. People got to see how other people played it. they got a chance to do it themselves. But my warning is you got to look at the contest rules because this one, 54 games in 54 days, which means no days off. So make sure you plan accordingly. I shouldn't even tell you that because I'm trying to beat you, but I don't care. I'm helpful.
We did this, and I did it in Tournament Champions. You could go back if you're one of the data people. You could go check the results from there if you want to learn some stuff. And that's part of the fun of this is that we're putting up data sets that everybody can start to learn off each other. There's no place to hide.
There's no
But
place to hide. I
I'm
like that.
definitely I want to make people get some depth on their team. I also think so. There's that. There's the trying to make you think more about your bench and your bullpen.
Yep.
Uh, I also personally think that the win percentages have been too high, so I am slowly starting to nerf the player pool for the humans and increase to level it up. So it might there's a little more scarcity this week.
Oh,
You'll notice. I know. We'll
I'm
see.
scared. I'm scared.
A little more scarcity, and I'm getting more of a hang of it.
It's funny
I
because
can't
it's
remember
so
what else.
stupid how like we think about it. Because like I don't want scarcity because I want to put together a monster team, but then you're also forgetting everybody gets to put together a monster team. So
If
it's
everybody's
like
a monster,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just like you trick yourself into thinking that like you're gonna be I don't know, whatever.
The humans have been coming in. I gotta win one for the clones, the bots, whatever. Humans have come in like 58, 59 win percentage, and even that day that you were the alarmist this week that you talked about that
I
we
was
were all gonna get
wrong.
crushed by the teams you were wrong. Yeah, so I feel like those
Even though
numbers are
that
a
team
little
did
high.
bat well, but they just I don't know. Their pitching wasn't good.
Um,
They're high scoring games, but most of the humans were still winning them.
yep. So um, the big thing that we could thanks everybody again for playing. Everybody's been a really good sport and they've been into it and they're getting it and we're learning a lot and we're gonna make it better and better. But the thing that we could really use from everybody is spreading the word because we also have a bunch of people that have played the game the same way forever and they're not thinking about trying something new. And I told the story the other day about Jelly and last week about bugging him to try it and bugging him to try it, and I couldn't get him to try it. And then when he finally signed up at the last minute, the one week, then he ended up asking me questions for 2 hours, and he was totally paying attention. And I think there's a lot of people out there that if you give it a try, you're gonna get into it. So help us to spread the word to your leagues if you can, especially if you're a commissioner, because you probably have influence. Tell people to try them out if they haven't tried them out.
Yeah, because you can like the thing I found is that even though there's 109 people in there, there's like four or five that I still want to specifically do well against, right? Like you want like because people people that you talk to, like for me it's like you, CBT, Mike, like I want to rank well against you guys too. And so like if you put it out to your league, you can do it the same way. And maybe eventually down the road we can even let you view that easier, but just for now, like get your league in there. And it's just another place to get competitive with the people you like getting competitive against.
Yep. We will definitely sooner than later. We're gonna have the ability to put together your own group just to be able to see how the group does. So if your league, if you want to all group together,
Yeah.
same contest, but user groups to be able to see it. Um, and we're fixing things each week. We're changing things. We're gonna get this thing ironed out, and but it's been running smooth.
Yeah.
The
Oh, and everybody uh also get into Discord if you haven't, because we have a great thread going about the weekly contest, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of conversation, and you learn stuff about the game too, from the way people are talking. So if you have not even touched Discord before, don't be scared of it. It's real easy. It's just a conversation platform. Get in there, get into the weekly contest discussion.
that's
It'll be great.
that's a good reminder for one last thing I want to talk about. The biggest reason to do it right now is, and I'm trying to do it, and I'm trying to get people to follow me, but like a new game, like you get used to like ha- you learn the ropes and you get used to the names for things and everything else. And we have all these terms around base hit that like the flip and tank and bank and all those things
Grubs and
like
clones and
yeah,
drones. Yeah, yeah.
all those things that they
Wing
come from
tips.
somewhere and oftentimes they come from the beginning. So get in at the ground floor. You can be part of the lingo. That's why I was talking about. You were complaining. I was talking about the frequency report being the blue corn report because
Yeah. I
it
like it
looks
now. It grew on me overnight.
looks like blue corn to me if you see it. I'm I'm trying to figure out what to call the different days. That
I
was
did
what
not like Thirsty Thursday. That
Thirsty
one
Thursday.
didn't
You
make
got to make it
any
to
sense.
you
It
got to
doesn't
make it
make
to
it
Thirsty Thursday.
doesn't make
Somebody
any
has a
sense.
somebody has a good idea. What else? What did you have? Did you have something better?
No, I just said don't use
Top
Friday.
tier Thursday, top shelf Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday is great.
You
It
want
says
because you want to get like Sweet 16, Elite 8. You want to have like a name for it. Yeah, I get
um,
it. I get
I
it.
mean, that's my goal is make it. I consider it the way it's set up is to be every day there's a goal to be met. It's an accomplishment to make it to the next day. It's
But
not.
it's Survivor, so shouldn't it be like threatening Thursday, like Wicked Wednesday? Shouldn't it be like ominous?
Do they have names for the Survivor days? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
It could be. I think it was is it Roland, Scott Rowland,
Yeah. Yeah.
who said
Rolling
because we had
27.
11. Well, that's what if we have it to 12, you have to make the dirty dozen. That's
Yeah.
100 we could get it to. But it
Yeah.
was
Crank
11.
it to 11. That was a good one. Yeah.
That was really good. And somebody else, because when I've looked at that player frequency report, like I look at it and I kept seeing there were a bunch of players that I picked that other people didn't pick. And it was, and those teams were going, so you could see how much teams are surviving. And I felt nervous about, like, I was like, it doesn't seem good that I picked these guys that are not surviving and I just happen to be surviving. But then somebody, I can't remember, said, maybe it was Volpe that said, I'm the last chance for him to win a championship. I like that
Yeah,
idea.
that was the
It's a
positive spin on it.
totally different way to think about it.
I don't know if I've been able to pull anything out of that I've been able to apply yet. I look at it all the time and I'm just not sure. But it's really good data. It's very interesting. I'm just not sure I'm able to pull out like where I'm screwing up, where I can do better yet.
Yeah, I haven't personally figured it out, but I am, I'm watching to see the group. Like I've said before, don't want there to be want to minimize how many easy choices there are. I want to minimize how many players that nobody picks. I think this week it was crazy. Like there was a crazy amount of players that got picked by at least one team.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, there was.
and before we cut it, we should put a shout out to Rocket Ride.
Roki tried. Uh,
Well,
right.
Rocket Ride,
So
Roki
for
Tribe.
those
There
of
you
you
go.
not in the contest and not in Discord, Rocket Ride tried I think he thought he saw a flaw in the contest, or not a flaw, but just like a way he could manipulate his team. And he tried a all scrub starting pitching staff. All five starters were scrubs. And he was just trying to get into his pen as quick as possible. It didn't work because you were going to give up a bunch of runs right off the bat, especially against BA teams or whatever. Uh,
He was trying
but
stuff out.
he tried something interesting, and if it would have worked, like when Snowwind tried an all scrub bullpen, which actually did work, it probably won't work again, but it did work that time. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it's good that he tried it. I thought it was a good effort.
Yeah, and we don't. That's what we're all. Somebody else had said on there, like I'm going to keep playing. Somebody had said I'm going to keep playing exactly like I play the regular game and see what I learn. Which
You're gonna learn,
one way
don't.
to do it. I'm already playing it different because yeah, I mean there's stuff to learn and then there's different strategies. But I also think hopefully we'll be able to Hopefully we've made it and we'll be able to stay ahead of it. That there's not going to be one strategy that you stick to, and you
Yeah.
get people that are trying different stuff.
Well, theoretically, you can't or you shouldn't do that because you know who your opponents are and they are grouped by a theme. Like there's good slugging, good control. So you should build your team at least based on one of the days. Like just get through the first day if you want to, or if you're feeling
Yep.
really optimistic, plan for the last day. But you should at least give that some consideration.
Yep. Um, all right. We've been talking a long time.
Yep.
Things that are coming up that I'm not promising, but we had talked about. We're going to work on getting groups for people to be able to organize themselves in. Uh, for the people that have talked about small sample size, my goal is to bump up the number of sims from 54 to 81. And once we're feeling confident about everything not blowing up, then that'll be down the road. And then coming down the road, and we haven't talked about the details, but we're going to do a season of these, which is going to be cool, which is going to be an overall competition. So that if you're, you might not win that week, but if you're consistently doing well, you do well. And we're gonna have prizes, and you don't even know about
Mm. All right.
cash prizes for that season, man.
And to be clear, because the nomenclature is confusing, I think, but a season is a different than a dynasty season. A season is a set number of contests that you participate in where you have an overall record for you as a person.
It would
Yeah.
likely be 10 weeks or something like that. 10 tournaments, something in that realm.
Yep.
Anyway, that's gonna come
There you
out
go.
next few weeks. Uh, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you can get practice right now before that and get used to the game, that'll help you out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
As King Rat says, be a member of the Win Every Sim crew. That's all you got to do. Don't
Also
worry about
says
anything else.
is ready to get wrecked.
Who's ready to get wrecked? All right. That's it. We'll see you next week. Until next time, we are